And we're live! Hey everybody! Welcome into the Flippin Hippos YouTube channel. I am Star the Flippin Hippo. Today's Friday, July 19th. And we're going to get into this big box next to me today. I'm just going to make sure I have the chat up. Say hello to a couple people first. If you're new to the channel, I'm Star. I am one half of a reselling team. I have a partner. His name is Keith. He never comes on camera, but he is a real person. There are those that have actually met him and can attest. We resell on eBay mainly, but Poshmark, Boxery, Bonanza, Amazon, and local sales as well. And I'm full-time, and Keith is still working outside of the home. We are working our way towards him quitting his job and joining me full-time. And for those of you that are longtime subscribers or viewers, welcome back. We appreciate you guys. Without you, there'd be no Flippin' Hippos, right? Hi, Amy. Happy Friday to you, too. Linda made it for a live show. Great. I don't get to see Linda very often. I like it when you get to make it. Bill and David are here. Danny is here. Hey, guys. Welcome in. So, this is huge. For two reasons. Number one, there is a ton of stuff here. I have a feeling when we get back from open, I'm not going to have to source for like 3 full months with everything we have here. But it is huge because there's a lot of items, but it's huge because of what's in it. It is amazing. So quick background. I'm not going to use her name because I don't know if she wants her name out there, so we will keep her anonymous. But one of Casey the Rockstar Flipper, one of his viewers reached out to him and asked him if he would like to buy her inventory off of her. She's a full-time nurse and just didn't have the time for eBay anymore. She couldn't fit it into her schedule. She showed Casey I can't talk today. She showed him the list of everything that was in the box and some pictures. And Casey saw one Robert Graham shirt he wanted for himself, but he wasn't too sure about buying the whole lot of items as he's got enough stuff built up like death piles. So Casey reached out to Keith and I. His viewer asked him if he wanted to purchase her inventory, and if he didn't, could he connect her with someone who would, or could he find someone who would be interested in it? So he reached out to us, asked if he could just have the Robert Graham shirt. He had her ship that to him separate, and the rest was ours. So we saw the manifest and we saw all the photos. It was $150 for everything plus shipping. The box weighs over 70 pounds, so shipping was pretty expensive. We paid out the door $225 for everything here, and that includes shipping. And when you see what we got in this box, it is well worth $225. Casey's estimation is $2,500 or more in gross off of the manifest and the photos. Now, full disclosure, because I had the manifest and I had seen all the photos, I felt like I knew everything that was coming. I felt like I already knew all the items that we were receiving. So when it came last night, Keith and I and my son sat down and we went through everything just to kind of look it over. And apparently she threw in a lot more than what was on the manifest or in the photos. There were so many surprises, so many little extras. I kind of regretted not opening it for the first time live. I didn't open it live for the very first time, again, because I had the manifest and the photos, and I'm like, there's not going to be any surprises. I already know what I'm getting. It's going to be like sharing a haul with you guys when I pick stuff out on my own and I know what I have. Oh my gosh, you guys, there's so many surprises. She threw in so many extra items. It's ridiculous. And I really regret not doing it live because some of my reactions were out of this world. I was like a little kid on Christmas morning. I was squealing, I was screaming, I was gasping. I was like, oh my God. Keith was freaking out. My kid grabbed the bag of ties that came in the box and he was going through them and freaking out. There's 2 Versace ties in there. I'll tell you that. We didn't know those were coming. So I have seen everything in the box and there were a ton of surprises, but I'll show them to you now. Let me see who's here. Michelle, Dennis, hey guys, welcome in. Thanks for showing up. Hi Paul, $3 a pound. Yeah, it's crazy. So, hey Greg. So there's tons of stuff here. So what I'm going to do, number one, And I don't do this very often unless I have a lot of ground to cover in a live show. I ask that you guys hold any questions to the end. If you need to jot them down on a notebook or type them in a separate window and put them in at the end. If you could just do that for me. I don't want you to forget any questions you have, so jot them down if you need to. But try to save your questions to the end. And I'm going to go through this really fast. I know that normally when I show you an item, I will tell you why it's a good item to source, why it's a good bolo, what you should be paying for it, what we'll probably flip it for. I'm not going to do that so much today because there's so much to get through. I'm just going to show you everything as fast as I can. There's stuff on the table here and over here. Pardon my voice. I really think I'm coming down with a sore throat, which really sucks. 2 days out from open. And this box is rigged, so I hope it doesn't fall. It is 70 pounds. It took both my son and Keith to get it in the house, and they've got it up on a bin. So it's up like this. So I'm going to dig, and when it gets to the point where it's down in and I can't reach it, I'm actually going to stand up for part of the video, go around back, and show you stuff. And I'm just going to go really fast. Hi, Mary. Welcome in. All right, let's get started. Let's just do this. I'm going to start showing you stuff. Look at this hat. So we have this Harley Davidson hat, and it is official. We have a Game Boy Advance, the King of Fighters Neo Blood. This one I'm going to talk about just a little bit. The box is a little damaged and squished. We sourced this already. Brand new in the box, undamaged, in pristine condition, shrink wrapped like this goes for about $80. Used goes for $30. There's none like ours where it's shrink wrapped but damaged. So we're going to list this at like $50, $60. These were the items I got the most excited about yesterday. I was squealing like a child. We have Pepe Le Pew and his little cat that he always chased around that he loved. And they are dressed in a wedding dress and a tuxedo. This is the wedding of Pepe Le Pew and his cat. And they are official Warner Brothers. So I'm really excited about these little plushies. I did not know they were coming. I really wish you could have seen my reaction to that. It was hilarious. We have brand new with tags. I've never heard of the brand. I don't care. It's new with tags. It's a nice negligee. Full bodysuit negligee. It has a hook and clasp right there, and it's got underwire for the guys that are watching. If you find lingerie that you ever want to sell, women do enjoy the underwire. We do like that. We have a new in bag Bali pretty purple bra. So it's still in its bag. It's still got its tags. We have a Victoria's Secrets. This has got to be massive push-up. There's a lot of padding in there. But it's a Victoria's Secret. It's just plain black. But it's got underwire and it's on a push-up. We have a Victoria's Secrets teddy. It's really pretty. We have another Victoria's Secrets teddy. I like this one too. And we have... I really wish my voice wasn't going out on me. You guys! Do you see what those are? These are Doc Martens. Thanks, Tammy. I did know that. I'm just trying to go really fast. We have some Reebok cleats. New with tags, you guys. Reebok Gore-Tex cleats. New with tags! How exciting is that? I'm probably going to have to move Henry at some point too. We have these in the box. Brand new Reebok golf shoes. They're still wrapped in their little separate baggies. Each shoe is wrapped in its own bag. Brand new in the box with a shoehorn. All right, Henry's gonna have to sit back there and not be seen. Poor Henry. We have BKE men's Jake jeans. These I typically start around 50 or 60. BKE for women is poop. BKE for men is a bolo. Silver Eco capris with a unique print. We have BKE Carter men's jeans, again $50 or $60 pair of jeans. We have a pair of Miss Me. Look at the back on that. We have 7 for All Mankind. These are men's, so that's a little more exciting than 7 for All Mankind for women. Men's always do better. These are button front. Hi, Rhonda and Amelia. Welcome in. And we have silver Suki capris. We have another pair of shoes. These are Allen Edmonds men's loafers. They're a little worn on the bottom, but that's okay. They look nice where it counts. This is a two-piece. I want to say it says Diane von Fusterberg. It's really hard to read. There you go. This light is not doing this justice. It looks blue to you guys. It's actually purple. But it's a vintage two-piece. There's the top. Here's the bottoms, like the velour crushed velvet suits. We have a linen Eileen Fisher long modest skirt. I was just talking about modest skirts the other day. These are the bomb. These are Lily Pulitzer. And look at the print on those. That is so stinking cute. And we have another pair of Lily Pulitzer. These are just pink shorts, but they're Lily Pulitzer. I've never heard of this. I don't care. It's cool. It's called Swilo. And it is a woman's blouse. This thing weighs like 2 pounds, I swear to God. You see all that stuff on it? See all that bling? This thing is very heavy. And we have a new with tags. Lawrence Kazar of New York. This one's also very heavy. You can hear the things on it. We have another pair of men's BKE. These are the Jake Straights. We got a bunch of Tommy Bahama tops. These are so cool. These were in the manifest. Just kind of show you the print on each. Tommy Bahama. And Tommy Bahama. This one's just like a plaid. This one is so cool. This one is so super cool. This is Tommy Bahama as well. Look at this print. Once my camera focuses, you'll be able to see it. Isn't that cool? I love that one. This is Tahari by Arthur Levine. It's a dress. It's like an apron dress, I guess. We have another Tommy Bahama. This one's also kind of plain. It's just checkers. It's checks. This one is super pretty. Tommy Bahama. Nice Hawaiian shirt with a nice print. This is super cool, guys. It's a puffy coat. It's a red puffy coat. It's Patagonia. Check that out. Isn't that awesome? These, you guys, these brands are all things that we never, ever find in Pittsburgh. We found them sourcing in South Carolina a couple times, like a few items, and we have found them in Florida while sourcing. We never find this stuff here, so this is so exciting for us. These are brands we thought we would never source here unless we traveled. Girls from Savoy. This is like a really cute, stiff, it almost feels, you know those rolls of the paper? No, they're not paper, they're this. That's what it feels like. Those rolls of that stuff you put down in your cupboards under your dishes to make them not slide around. That's what this skirt feels like. It's cute though. This is amazing. This is amazing. Disney store. Letterman's jacket. I kid you not. This is probably a $100 coat, guys. This is crazy. It looks exactly like a Letterman's jacket. It's got Mickey Mouse. It's got the leather sleeves. And on the back, it has American Originals world-class characters. And it's got Mickey Mouse and the whole gang there. So a Disney store Letterman's jacket is like pretty amazeballs, I think, to find. Thanks, Katie. Hi, Carrie Berry's mom. Oh, I've got this upside down. You guys really should have seen us going through this last night. It's crazy. This is Dry Joys by FootJoy. It's a windbreaker. Linda, we will be selling the jacket. Absolutely. Selling it. This is Versace. Everything in this box we're going to sell. The only thing I may have been tempted to keep, this Versace top is so cute, isn't it? If this was my size, but the only thing I was tempted to keep is the Doc Martens, but they're a size 5 or 5.5, and I wear like a 6, 6.5, and they're money, so I probably wouldn't have been able to do it. I wouldn't have been able to keep them. We have a vintage concert tee. If any of y'all know Donatella and have been following her journey in her storage lots that she began buying out this year, she walked into a locker full of concert t-shirts. These are her bolo. This one is Tool. It's got it on the sleeve. So we were super excited about our vintage concert t-shirt that was in here. And then we have Red Oak Sportswear. I'm really sorry that my voice is so froggy, guys. This is the worst time to get a sore throat, right? Bingham Young. It's a windbreaker, but it's like a pullover. It doesn't zip or anything. This is Millie of New York. It's a silk dress. That is cute. I like the print. It's got like the 3/4 sleeves. It's cute. Let me get a drink. I'm so sorry. Another Tommy Bahama. This one's blue. I'm gonna have to move Henry again, guys. I need the chair back there to put stuff on. I'm running out of room. Alright. This is another Tommy Bahama. This one's got a really awesome... This reminds me of like the 70s. Like the shirts men would wear back in the 70s. Isn't that cool? Charissa, I explained it at the beginning of the video, but it was a lot that we bought off of a reseller. Rhonda and Amelia. This is a 2 extra large Robert Graham. Striped flip cuffs. Yeah, we just kind of lucked into it. Casey didn't want it, and he reached out to us. You guys know how I'm always telling you it's so important to be a part of the community and make connections and network and make friends. You know, because if I ever lucked into one of these and I had too much stuff, I would reach out to someone else. This is amazing. We owe Casey big time for passing this deal on to us. This is a Lacoste with the original alligator long sleeve polo shirt. 511 Tactical Series. These are like SWAT pants. We're going to have to look them up. But they're definitely tactical series, and they're definitely some kind of men's uniform pants. My son was like, those are like straight up SWAT pants, Mom. Oh, that's really disappointing, Bill. That's really disappointing. I really thought it was going to be worth a lot more than that. I hate when people drive the prices down on stuff. I just hate it. You guys know that, though. I don't need to get up on my soapbox today. Got a red Tommy Bahama. I'm really disappointed in the tulle shirt. I thought it was going to be more like 100. Sad. We have a Stone Rose Black Rivet collection. Nice shirt. Hi, Lucille. Welcome in. We have another Tommy Bahama. This one has embroidery down the front. Hey, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Have fun at your son's recital. Alright, this one's pretty exciting. Vineyard Vines. Can we get a woo woo? It's so plain though. It's just a plain white men's dress shirt, you know, with the whale. I don't care though. We like never find Vineyard Vines here. Like one time I ever did. I believe this one was a 2-piece. I believe it was, and I can't find the other piece. So we'll just set that aside till I find it. I don't look at things like that, Paul. Makes me sound greedy, but yeah, $45 isn't bad for the cost. And I know a lot of people like to think that way, like, oh, well, I'm just happy to get X amount because I only paid X amount. But to me, it's not about, oh, I only paid, so I should be happy with. To me, it's about the value of an item and what it is worth. So, I mean, in a situation like this, there's nothing I could do if they're comping at that. But if you had something that comped at, say, $200 and you took $100 on it because, oh, I only paid a couple bucks, that kind of mentality I don't buy into, because if it's worth $200, I don't care if you paid a penny or 50. If it's worth $200 and it consistently sells for $200 and you comped it and $200 is what it should go at, settling for $100 is, I guess, a bad business practice in my mind, even if you only paid a penny for it. Because the only way you're ever going to grow your business and become bigger and have more capital and more money to put back into your business and make this a full-time living is if you get the maximum amount of profits that you can. It's not being greedy. It's good business sense. Maximizing your profits, maximizing your, overall money that you make to have less overhead and on your bottom line and more money to reinvest is a good business practice. So I don't see it as being greedy. It's just if something's worth what it's worth, I don't care if you paid a penny or 50, you should get what it's worth. Because if you can get 200 versus 100 and you had 200, you could buy a box like this. And look at all this stuff we got that we can reinvest back into our business. Whereas if we'd only got 100, we could get less stuff. Does that make sense? There's a lot of wholesale sites out there. There's a ton of them. Off the top of my head, there's like bulk, there's liquidation. You can look at like some stores do pallets of returns and stuff like that. Dennis, I honestly don't know where they're from. The bottom of the box here is actually the top. So I don't know. I didn't even see the label. They brought it in and set it down. It weighed 70 pounds. There was no way I was going to flip it over and look. But eventually I will know and I can tell you. Match Point USA. This, I believe, feels like linen. And it is. It's 100% linen. You can't see it, but it's linen. I know my linen by the way it feels. Giorgio Armani. This is gold label Roundtree and Yorkie. It's a good size though. It's a 4 extra tall for men. Or 4X tall, I should say. Sorry, 4X tall. It's a nice shirt. Dennis, yes and no. Yes and no. Yes and no. When you first start, you do need more money to put back into your business, but if you get in the habit of accepting less than items are worth, it's going to be hard to break in the long run. And then when say you're in a position where Keith and I are at, where we're trying to branch out into electronics and phones, we are also trying to save up a nest egg of a year's worth of income so Keith can quit his job and join me and we have that cushion. If we were in the habit of just accepting less than what items were worth or trying to get that fast nickel or that fast flip, we would spin our wheels for years and years and years. We would never make enough profit to have the capital to branch out into phones or electronics. We would never have enough left over to put into that nest egg to have that money saved up for him to quit his job. So in the long run, if you want this to be a full-time job and you want to have a nest egg, which you absolutely should, no one should ever quit their job and do this full-time unless you have a nest egg. If you ever want to branch out into bigger and better, you're going to have more capital. You can't go from going to the bins to buying wholesale lots and pallets of electronics and phones with the same amount of profits and capital that you're getting off of clothes. Does that make sense? So in the beginning, you do want those ones, and that's why I show people all the bread and butter and filler items, because there are items that I really feel you should hold out for and get their worth. Don't get into that bad habit of that fast nickel or settling. But if you have enough bread and butter and filler items in your store, those are the ones that are going to be going in quick and you can take less on them and you can get your capital. But this is just my opinion. I know a lot of people disagree with me. A lot of people like those fast nickels, and that's fine if that's your business model. But our business model is to continue to grow, to never stop growing, to forever be looking at bigger and better and investing more into better products and better inventory. And we want Keith to be able to quit his job. So we want to save up 6 months to a year worth of income for him to do that, like a year. Dave Ramsey says 6 months, but we're very cautious people. So in order to do that, we have to sell things at what they're worth. And eventually, we will get there because we've built up volume and we have so much of that filler bread and butter crap. It's not crap, it's good stuff. But the bread and butter filler items, and then the stuff that's, worth it, we sit on and wait. But that's, if your business model is to get fast nickels, that's fine. I just don't feel like that's a good business model to continue to forever grow and get more, be better, be bigger, be more. If you're content where you're at, that's great. But we want to grow. And I also feel like it's detrimental to the marketplace. Look, I said I wasn't going to get on my soapbox, but here we are. We're on my soapbox. I feel like it's detrimental to the marketplace. If everybody had that mindset of, oh, well, I just want to flip it fast, or, oh, I only paid this for it, so let me take this. When everybody starts to get that mindset and starts to take lower prices or lower their prices, that's what starts that race to the bottom. So something that used to be worth 50 will now flip for 15 or 20 because everybody had that mindset of, I just want my money back quick. I need that fast flip. I'm okay with accepting less. And now, an entire brand can be tanked, and what used to sell for 50 now only sells for 15 or 20, and it's not even worth sourcing even for $1 as bread and butter anymore. That's what starts that race to the bottom. So I don't participate in it. I don't add to it. I suggest others don't. Again, that's just my opinion. There are people that disagree with me, and that's fine. But I'm not going to be where I'm at forever. We're going to always continue to grow. We're always going to continue to be better. Bill, that's fine. I'm going to actually have Keith look at what's actually listed too. I know I talked about that in my video last week on how to price on eBay. You can look at the solds, but you have to look what's listed. If all those Tools t-shirts sold for $45 or $50, and now there's only one or none listed, and ours is the only one, we could maybe do a little bit more because it's more in demand, if that makes sense. Yeah, we price high always. We run sales. We accept best offers. Absolutely. But it's all about knowing the worth of your item. If something is worth $12, take $12. But if it's worth $100, take $100. Even if you paid the same dollar for the $12 item and the $100 item, you want what it's worth. Pricing high with best offers is a good business practice. I think that's what we do. And I know I've talked about this with Megan Mawhinney when she was on the channel. People see value in items sometimes that are priced more. They look at things that are priced cheaper and think, what's wrong with that? Have I ever done bundles and clothing for items that don't sell? Eventually we do put items on clearance. We try to hold out. We lower our prices by like 5% once a month, once every other month, once every 3 months, whatever. We're kind of playing around with that now that we're all GTC. But like really old stuff that's been around for 9 months to a year, we do clearance out. Absolutely. We don't bundle them. We run auctions from Tuesday to Sunday, 99 cents, $7.50 to $8 shipping. And then we have a category in the store where we dump some extra ones. Because you only get, with our store, you only get 500 auctions free a month. So I run 125 auctions a week. So if we have enough stuff that we're trying to get rid of, that we have more than, 125 items, I don't put them on auction. I put them in that clearance category on our store. It's called the Clearance Hut because we're the Hippo Hut. But we do eventually. And that's like a lot of the bread and butter and filler items too. I should add that. The luxury brands, the really good stuff, the stuff that you know is really worth a lot of money, you can hold out for because those will sell. But bread and butter and filler items sometimes are just going to be around for a lot longer because they're oversaturated or they are bread and butter filler. And you can go down on those. Yeah, once you get enough regular sales, you can absolutely hold out for more money. It's all about volume too. You got to keep listing. Got to keep growing that volume. Once you hit about 1,000 listings on eBay is when you'll see. This is with used clothing mainly. If you sell video games and electronics and things like that, you're gonna have daily sales all the time. You only need to have like a couple hundred listed. But if you're gonna do mostly shoes, used clothing, plush, things like that, around 1,000 is when you'll start to see daily sales. Most people get a 0.5% sell-through rate on clothes, so around 1,000 you may see like 10 sales a day. And then you can hold out. Because once you have that volume built and you're selling all your old stuff every single day and you're adding new stuff, that new stuff you can hold out for because you're still selling the old stuff. Does that make sense? I sell a certain item that tanked, but I have been spending massive amounts of money to corner the market. Yeah, that's a very good way to do it. Steve, by the way, welcome in. I haven't seen you in here in a while. Thanks for coming in. I haven't seen you, buddy. How you been? I've been seeing you on Facebook and stuff. But yeah, Jamie Pace does that same thing. Or if it's tanked, he'll try to buy them all and then raise the market price back up on it. That is a very, very good idea. Have I ever done bundles? Wasn't specific about what platform. eBay is better to cross lists with lower end? Yes. If you mean to put your lower end items on eBay and keep your higher end items on Posh, absolutely, like I like to say. All right, I'm sorry guys, I said I wasn't gonna get on my soapbox, but there's 2 things in this world I'm really passionate about, and if I get started, I go, and that's the fast nickel race to the bottom and the partial refunds to buyers. Those are 2 things that are I would have to I don't know. I can't not talk about them when they come up, if that makes sense. Poshmark, you can now sell more than clothing on. So I used to tell people if you just want to do clothes, Poshmark is only closed, so that's all you can sell there. eBay's everything. But they have home goods on Poshmark now. But I would not recommend to just do one or the other. Don't ever put all your eggs in one basket. Cross post, cross post, cross post. Diversify. Alright, this is another Armani. This is Armani Exchange. This is just a nice blue shirt, but it's new with tags. I may not have to stand up. I may be able to get to all of these. They put it up on that bin for me, so it's higher, so that helps. This is Bryn Walker. It's like a linen. I want to see if it's linen blender 100%. No, it's 100%. It's a blazer. That's the word I'm looking for. This is a women's linen full button front blazer. Hey Lisa, welcome in. We have the same birthday. That's cool. That's good, Dennis. That's very awesome. Hold out. You'll get it. We're coming into fourth quarter where people are going to start opening up their wallets and shopping for Christmas. Bill, don't worry about disappointing me. I saw your comment. It would have happened anyway when we looked it up, right? I found the piece. So this is Pendleton. It is a size 12. It's a long pencil skirt. A maxi pencil skirt for like work. And it has a matching blazer with shoulder pads. So this might be vintage if it has shoulder pads. Yeah, I feel them shoulder pads. That was an 80s thing. But yeah, it's a nice blazer and maxi pencil skirt. When you get things like that, you can put career in your title as a keyword. It'll help it move. This thing is weird. We thought it was a sheet. We were like, what is this? This is another Bryn Walker. It's a linen shirt. I think there might be another one like that. That was very similar. We were like, what are these sheets? I'll find it as I go through. Is a good leg and look brand. Cool, thanks. These are brands like we've never seen here in Pittsburgh, so this is exciting. This is Ghost, made in England. It's also linen. I think this one's just a linen blend because it feels a little different than 100% linen. I'm not going to sit here all day and dig for the tag. I'll do that when I do the photos, but it's at least some part linen if it's not 100%. And it's like a dress. Full button front. There's a spot on it. I'm sure you guys saw that flash by. I'll have to clean that up. Ellen Tracy and Linda Ellard. And this is 100% wool, which is exciting, right? Everybody loves wool. It's a plaid, very light lines, gray blazer for women. And it has a matching skirt too. This is a pencil skirt, but it's not maxi. It's just like knee length, but that's a nice wool, 100% wool blazer and matching skirt. And then we have Eileen Fisher. This will have to be steamed. These are examples of things that I would actually take the time to steam. I'm not going to steam a Gap shirt that's going to sell for $20 if it's a little wrinkled. But something like this, absolutely, because it's Eileen Fisher. It's going to sell for enough to justify the time taken to take the extra time with it. This is, I think, the other weird black thing. This is Eileen Fisher. And this is, it's rayon. Thought it felt like polyester, but it's rayon. It's like a open front jacket thingy for women for work. And then we have this other two-piecer. Giorgio Armani. I feel shoulder pads again. So these are gray. This is a gray blazer. And it has a matching pair of trousers or slacks that are pleated and nice. I can't even read this. This is in Italian. I think it's a cotton acetate blend from what I can tell. I'll look more closely when I do the photos. This is 100% linen. Linen clothes are the best. I don't think this one had a tag. I remember we were looking for it last night. But it is a linen shirt, like a tunic, I guess. Peasant, boho, whatever you want to call it. I feel like we did find a tag on this eventually. But I'm not going to sit here and look for tags all day long with you. It has, oh, there it is. I'll say it has the extra button and where it tells you it's linen. If you just flip it over, there it is. Fridays. You see that? Wow, I might get through this whole thing. I got a bag of ties to show you too, though. This is Bailey 44. Can you see it? It is a cute, like, slouchy dress. Not slouchy. With layers there, ruffles, whatever you want to call them. And this is the last piece of clothing, and then I'll show you the ties. Another Eileen Fisher. This is a blue pullover sweater, 3/4 sleeve. It's cute. And then we have the bag of ties, and that will be everything that came in the box. So I'm just gonna... No, there's one more thing in my lap I didn't show you because I thought it was a two-piece. I was wrong. This is just a blazer by itself. Size 16. It's another Tahari by Arthur Levine. Can you see that? So that's just a blazer. It didn't have matching nothing. Unless I already showed it and I forgot. So these ties, this is silk, but it's rough, right? So it's that raw silk. I think you guys have probably heard Jamie talk about it, maybe. Most silk is real silky and soft and thin and kind of smooth, slick feeling. This raw silk is real thick. It almost feels like cotton. It doesn't feel like normal silk. It's real thick, rough. But yeah, this is 100% silk. I was looking for the brand and I'm not finding one. I don't know. I don't see a brand. But it is silk and it is nice and cute. Hey, Swamp Picker. Welcome in. Oh, there's the brand because I'm blind. Ermenegildo Zegna. It's fancy. It's embossed on the tie. That's why I couldn't find it. I don't know what to do with fancy clothes. Robert Talbot. Bread and butter filler. I'm going to toss these back in the box. We're going to have to sort through all this stuff when I'm done anyway, right? Lanvin of Paris. This one is 100% silk. It's the normal slick filling, nice silk. This one is Valentino. It's got some nice red design on it. Donald Trump with the gold bar. Donald Trump ties. I don't care about what anybody's beliefs are. If I can sell it for money, I will sell it. You guys know that. I will sell this tie next to a Hillary book. And then I will sell a Bible next to a pack of tarot cards. I keep all of my beliefs and religious beliefs and political beliefs and emotions out of my business. If I can sell it for money, I sell it for money. And Keith is the same way. This is another Robert Talbot. Hey Jill, welcome in. Thanks for stopping in. Ryder and Ames, Cambridge, England. This one's cool. This one reminds me, you guys are going to laugh at me. This reminds me of Freddy Krueger's sweater. So I will forevermore refer to that as the Freddy Krueger tie. Daniel de Fasson. It's got a nice pattern. This is Lanvin. Just trying to get through. There's a tons of ties. Tons of ties. Brooks Brothers 346, which is like the less expensive line from Brooks Brothers, but it's still a great tie. It's still great bread and butter and filler. And considering how much stuff we got in this box for what we paid, every piece is good, actually. We got a Jay Garcia. That one's pretty cool. I love Jay Garcia ties. Here's another one. This one is so cute. It's official M&M's licensed. And it's a happy holidays. Look at that blue M&M. We've got Donna. This is another one of those rough silk ones. It says 100% silk, but it feels real thick. This is Brooks Brothers Makers. Nice tie. So many ties. So many ties. I love ties though. Prada. You see my little face? I'm so excited about this. It's really hard to see though. Let me scoot in. You see it? This is a Prada tie. This is IMX Platinum. This is another Prada. I think the Pradas are the rough silk too. They say they're 100% silk, but they're real thick. They feel like cotton. Count de Milano. Best of class for... I swear, I'm getting really bad eyes in my old age. It's Robert Talbot. I may have to see an optometrist when we get back from open. And then you guys will see me wearing glasses. I wore contacts when I was younger. But I don't even know how I did that. This is Croft & Barrow. I don't remember how I did that because the thought of poking my finger in my eye really wigs me out. It's probably vanity in my young age, but nowadays I'm like, I'll just wear glasses, who cares? Stafford Executive. It's got nice stripes. And another Croft & Barrow. Guys, I'm getting to the bottom of the ties, so I'm going to open up the floor at this point. If you had any questions you wanted to ask me, anything at all, about anything you've seen in this haul video, anything about reselling, the platforms, YouTube, Instagram, eBay Open, whatever. If you've got questions, throw them in the chat now. I'll stick around and answer as many as I can and hang out with you guys for a little bit and we can chat. And I'll do my best to answer you guys. I always tell you if I don't know the answer, I'll find it for you too. So if you got questions, throw them up. All right. Gianfranco Ruffini, Italy. And then we have one more tie. It is another Croft & Barrow. And it's got cute little paisley. Well, it's got the stripes, but then it's got those little paisleys too. This one's cute. So that is it. That is everything that came in that box. That was a lot of stuff. One other thing I did want to show you guys, I forgot to show you yesterday when I did the yard sale haul yesterday. I had set this aside somewhere safe because it's breakable. I forgot to bring it out and show you. It was $2. It is Down the Old Mill Stream. That's what it plays. And it's I believe this is, I don't know which one he is. You remember that book, Frog and Toad? I think he's Toad. I don't think he's Frog. Maybe he is Frog. Maybe he's not either one of them. But he really reminds me of Frog and Toad. Yeah, we definitely got our money's worth. We're actually going to count for inventory reasons for doing our books on GoDaddy Bookkeeping, which is what we use. We'll have to count exactly how many pieces for inventory purposes, and then our total cost, including shipping, and figure out what each piece was. But I mean, for what we got, it's pretty amazing. So he's singing now. I guess it's Down the Old Mill Stream. Yeah, and I took a risk on this because $2 for a music box. But in the past, I'll just keep talking over the music. In the past, we have found music boxes that were like total scores that went for like 40, 50, 60 bucks. And then some were just like, meh, disappointments. I took a risk. It's cute. But yeah, we're going to have to count, because there's all these ties, pairs of shoes. We have to count everything and see what, average cost per piece was. When I figure that out, I will put it on Instagram or in my group, the Facebook group, let you guys know. But if you have been watching all the videos all week, if you've caught any of them, we have a lot of stuff. It's crazy. There's just so much stuff now. Between that really big haul from the Goodwill and all the yard sale stuff and this box, we are pretty much set. So I think after open, we're going to take a break maybe from sourcing. Maybe not yard sales, because yard sales are like a limited time, right? There's a limited time of the year that you can go to them, especially in a place where it gets super duper cold. And since they're so limited and you do find such rare hard goods and treasures and electronics and stuff that you don't find all year round, I think we'll still go to yard sales, but I think we're going to be taking a break from Goodwill for a while and not be sourcing any more clothing until we work our way through this. I know we're going sourcing tomorrow. There's an annual community art sale that we go to every year. We went to it last year. It's always the day before we fly out for open. But it's huge. It's like when they say neighborhood, they actually mean neighborhood. We parked, we walked 2 or 3 streets, we moved the car, we walked 2 or 3 streets. It takes about 4 hours to get through the entire neighborhood and look at every house. It is really a big annual neighborhood yard sale. They have so many houses participating, so many items every year. We do hit that because, again, you can find stuff at yard sales you can't find elsewhere, and they are a very limited time. And that said, I think that most of you that have been around for a while or watching us for a while know that we do kind of purposefully overstock or build death piles as we get into the fall. Like when we get into September, we want tons of stuff just in case, because it does snow a lot here. It gets really cold. The roads ice over. There's been times where like 3-4 weekends in a row we don't go sourcing in the winter because it's either really bad snowing conditions or the roads are really bad and undrivable. So we'll keep going to the yard sales. We have all this stuff. Hopefully we'll have enough built up to get us through the winter. We have to be like bears. We have to stock up for the winter because you never know what's going to happen when you live in a climate like ours. You could get stuck for weeks on end and not be able to get out and source. So, all right, guys, I'm going to wrap this up here. Thank you so much for joining me today and hanging out and being patient while I kind of rushed through everything. I felt like I was going really fast, but thank you for being patient with that. There was so much stuff and I really wanted to show it all to you guys. So that said, thanks again for showing up, for hanging out. We appreciate you guys and all the support of the channel. Give the video a thumbs up before you leave. It really helps the channel. It helps the video be seen by many more people who might benefit from seeing all of these items that are bolos and any information that's in the video. If you're not in the Facebook group, go ahead and join that. It's a very, very nice group, positive atmosphere, great people in there, lots of different expertise. Link to that is in the description box. If you haven't already and you'd like to, please subscribe to our channel and help us feed a hungry hippo. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We're at Flippin' Hippos across all social media. Make sure to follow us on Instagram if you want live updates from Vegas next week. Until next time, guys, thank you again so much. You are the best. Go be productive. Go make money. Have a great weekend. Mwah. Love you guys. Bye.